I can't even talk right now. Like, we're in Denver. So let's kick off the reading vlog here in Denver. It's been a day. It's been a day. It's too much to explain, but just know in the process of the last 24 hours, our car has broke down, gotten towed, we've missed our flight, had to go to an airport that was an hour, 15 minutes away, long standby, all this craziness. But you know what? We made it here, and we are here to focus on writing and relaxing. So it's kind of like a retreat getaway. So I thought I would do a little bit of a reading and writing vlog for you guys. But let me go ahead and freshen up because it's been a long day. So yesterday I didn't vlog that much since it was really the day we were coming in, and our first day in Denver was really, really good. We pretty much just relaxed, ate, and yeah, that was pretty much it. So what I'm reading. So The Warmth of Other Suns. You guys know I've been trying to read this for a minute. I started it, really liked it. Liked it so much that I said, let me go ahead and just purchase the copy. It took forever for me to get the purchase copy. So this has been delayed. But I restarted over, and this time I own the book, so I could actually write in it. I can highlight. I can do what the heck I want in the copy. And I mean, there's just been so many gems. For those of you who do not know, The Warmth of Other Suns is about the Great Migration. It's like one of the most untold or untaught periods in history where for a century, like 100 years basically, in waves, Black people were fleeing the South for basically to survive for various different reasons. So Isabel Wilkerson, she's the author. She interviewed like thousands of people, flew all over the world, well, not world, all over the U.S. to find different people and hear their stories to see if it was something that she could collectively find like good examples of the stories to tell this nonfiction reality. And I mean, the level that must go into this. Anyway, she filtered it out to 3 people. So there's 3 people's stories that we're hearing about from their time in Mississippi, one person's time in Florida, and the other person's time in Louisiana, and where they are now, like New York, Chicago, like kind of like their migration and what that ended up playing out to. This doesn't read like nonfiction. It reads like stories, like fiction. So it's narrative nonfiction. And yeah, it's just been amazing so far. So far, I'm most connecting to the Florida story because, as I talk about all the time, I'm from Florida. So a lot of the cities that they're naming are cities I'm familiar with, and some of the histories that I know that are not histories that everybody would know necessarily if you weren't from Florida, like the Rosewood, like the burnings over there. It talks about the lynchings and stuff, and like how crazy Florida system was, and it shows in the trickle-down effects when you look at these states currently today. But so much history and so good. I'm babbling forever, so I don't even want to keep y'all here. Let me go ahead and get to either reading some more or going downstairs and writing. Duane, you're such a creep. So we just finished. It is actually 2 o'clock. We said we were going to write to 1:30, so roll a little past that. How do you feel yours went, Duane?
Good, got a lot done.
Yeah, and I feel like I got a lot done too. I actually didn't do as much writing as I thought I was going to do, in the sense of, I guess, creative writing. More so was working on the structure plot, but starting to get hungry, so probably going to go ahead and catch some sunlight and get out in Denver a little bit and eat. So we're trying to capitalize, get a little bit of a relaxation in. So hopefully we'll make it to Red Rock Mountain area, which is only like 30 minutes away. So we're gonna Uber there and also eat, relax, that whole 9 yards. I'll probably actually vlog, since it'll probably be chill and nice to see if we are outside. That'll be good footage. But yeah, I'm gonna do my makeup actually. have a little artistic fun there. I caught it. Just in the nick of time, but I dirtied my lens. Yeah. Why? Duane. Stop. No, seriously, stop. So that's pretty much it for today. Today was come on, man. My arm's so heavy. So heavy. I don't understand why it's so heavy. Okay. So today was a really good day. We just got finished eating. We're actually really tired, but it's still early, so hoping to get some reading and more relaxing and stuff done. Anyways, I'm gonna head out. Duane's being ridiculous.
How about Georgetown, led by Patrick Ewing, taking on North Carolina and a freshman by the name of Michael Jordan. Made the game-winning shot with 17.
That was a good call. Obviously, we benefited from it, but for him to step the line and make those free throws, that's impressive. Josh Bell didn't miss it. That's 474 feet, second longest home run in the season. But my better was going in a wild one, 75.
I found Zipper. They figured out hiring. I post my job. They put it all over the web, and they sent me the right.
All right, so we just got here to Red Rocks or whatnot. We wrote a little bit in the morning, then ate some really good food, and now we're gonna experience a little nature, so it should be good. And honestly, today, sorry, I have like candy in my mouth. Honestly, today we woke up, had breakfast, read, and then went out for brunch, and brunch was amazing. We went to Snooze, which I've heard nothing but good things about, and it was the best brunch toast that I've ever had. And then we directly Ubered over here, so we're kind of like just walking around. It's actually like crazy good weather. Like it's like high 70s, which is pretty rare for this time of year in Colorado, so we really like lucked out. So it's been like sunny and just beautiful. And I hope I could use this footage because the candy in my mouth kind of made it annoying for even me. Huh? And there's Duane in the tent. Acting like he wasn't staring at me before. You should have saw the quickness he did to play off like he was in his own world. You know, you in my world, boy. Anyway, let me stop messing. We're gonna go ahead and keep going. QT time. Ow. And we're going. Someone was being productive, actually brought his laptop. I didn't bring any of my reading or writing things. That's on me. But I have an audiobook. I actually have Warmth of Other Suns on the audiobook. I just bought it, so maybe I'll listen to that to compare to how it reads. But yeah, I'm so proud of Duane working on all his writing goals. I don't know if you guys saw, if you guys follow me on social media, I posted an article of his that got picked up by Afropunk. If you haven't, I'll link it below, but it was so good. And I'm not just saying that because I'm biased, but no, it was really cool because it basically stemmed from when we visited the Louvre in Paris, and we were so excited. We love the Louvre, but basically how their museum was structured just brought up a lot of conversation and about various museums that we visited. Very, very important article, really good article, so check that out.
To interrupt himself and check the time to see if he can still make the 1 o'clock at the Hollywood Park racetrack.
I'm getting higher and higher. Y'all don't want to hear me sing. Let me stop. This is when all the people left the vlog. And that's okay. If you guys are still here after that, y'all is a real one. Oh, actually, I haven't done this in a while. If you guys are still here, write below closer to my dreams, because that's going to be an affirmation like I collectively, like closer to your dreams. You know what I'm saying? I'm living in my dream. It is, I don't know when this dream starts or ends, but I'm in it. And I know I'm just closer and closer every day to continually feel the purpose of what I am here for. And I just want to affirm that for myself as well as others listening. Clearly, I am on my spiritual stuff. This is not no positive affirmations vlog or nothing like that. But anyways, let me get on topic. It's a reading vlog. But you guys can tell Denver was very good to me. I am back. I feel more like myself. And I just have such a clear mind. And my productivity, my creativity, all that just feels that it's at a heightened state. So I'm very thankful for that. And the way that trip started off, would have never expected for me to get as much as I did out of it, because it taught me a lesson, because I was so overwhelmed leading up into that trip, like the weeks leading up. And it was interesting because in the moment when all this craziness was happening, not saying it's like the worst thing that could happen in life. Clearly I'm so blessed. It was a trip. This isn't something that's required. Everything that came to us, we have decisions to make, A or B, like, you know, and go with those options and keep pressing it. And it really taught me a lot about your perspective and what is reality. Because reality for me could have been everything's going wrong, which I understand, but it's like, I just transitioned my mind to a different lane and it helped. Lord, if I don't start talking on this book, y'all are, yeah, okay, I'm done. Officially done off of personal stuff. But the book, it's going so well. I did want to read one of those passages that stuck out to me so much on the plane when I was reading it. It's on page 237. He and other middle-class migrants from the South, it turns out, were not unlike the immigrant taxi drivers you hear about who had been doctors or engineers back in Pakistan. Dunlap had been somebody back home, but it didn't translate at his destination, and so he had taken a job as a laborer at the shipyard. I quote that to say, you know, he was clearly somebody then, he's somebody now, but I relate to this so well because, especially being a child of immigrants, essentially someone from another country, it's crazy when you have the ability to do crazy different things, and if you were afforded the same opportunities, who knows what you would really be doing here. But you know, you're kind of starting from ground zero, and I felt like I related to that so much. But what was more flabbergasting to me is the fact of thinking of, you're not even immigrating from a different country, like you are in this country, this is your country now, like, you know, and bruh, really? Like, you know, so I just can't even imagine. I can't imagine, and at the same times I can't imagine. Like, you know, this book is just so good. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just obsessed and in love in the book, and I guess the next time maybe that I'll come on, I'll probably give my final thoughts, which I'm thinking it'll be another week for me to finish this. Like, yeah. I spent 1 week to get halfway through the book, so it should be another week, if that. Maybe I'll finish it this weekend, actually. Yeah, and the blue, I'm so happy. The color in my hair is still lasting. I know it's a reading vlog, but while I'm here, let me shake it on out. You see that? Like, look at that color. This is crazy. And it's hair paint wax, so don't ask me in the comments. Just Google hair paint wax. It's a temporary color thing that I put on my hair, and I'm gonna rinse it out. On my other channel, I might actually do a video and stuff to show you guys when I do the next color, but yep, that's it. All right, guys, let me get out. All right, so I finally finished The Warmth of Other Suns earlier this week, and I'm just now getting to talking about it. My final thoughts, because there are many. But I will say this is 5-star. This is an amazing piece of work. This touches on everything. Changed the narrative on a lot of what we have of the migration and of stereotypes and of assumptions that are myths. I should call them what they are. Flat out myths and lies that are perpetuated that are just not true, and how the backing with statistical information dispels those myths. Whether it be from the education levels to the people who migrated, and comparing that to their white counterparts, to comparing that to the people who are already in the cities that they migrated to. I love how the author just broke down all these different facts, like fact after fact after fact, that literally dispels so many of the different myths, as well as congruently telling the stories from a personal people standpoint of the implications of how these people were literally forced to leave. Like, you know, some people decided to stay, clearly, because not everyone can leave, but these were conditions, whether you left or whether you stayed, that, you know, were a direct result of the environment in the South that was literally unbearable, from lynchings to the systematic racism, and also not just showing that, hey, we didn't flee to the safe haven to the north or to California or to Chicago. Like, those areas had their own nuances and their own, even, you can argue, deeper seated racism embedded in those systems as to why the landscape looks like what it looks like today in a lot of those cities, whether it be Chicago or whether it be throughout New York or in a lot of the areas in California. So I felt like it gave a good explanation not only of what people were fleeing to, but also what the environment was where they were and how they were still able to thrive. But not only that, as to why the landscapes look like what they look like today. It really ties out, like, from slavery to Reconstruction to Jim Crow to the aftermath of Jim Crow and the migration, and also how so many different things have been affected by the migration as well. I don't know exactly how, like, if you haven't read it, how I can really break down how, like, important this read is. I'm probably not doing this any justice, which is why I think it took me a while to even get my final thoughts, and I still end up freestyling, which is so me. But just know this was 5 stars, and I will read this again at some point in my life. Like, I just feel like this is one of the most important bodies of work that I've read, and I'll leave it at that. Hopefully, you know, in the comment section below, we can talk about it further. Let me know if you've read this. Let me know if you're thinking about reading this. And yeah, let's just talk about it. All right. Well, love and light, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.